Rich Rising. Let me pull you up real quick. You good to go. Rich Rising. My name is Miladies. I am your spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self-awareness. And hold on. There we go. All right. So what's popping? I've been in recovery. So we're doing a lot of spiritual work. It's October. For many of us who connect with our ancestors, they be pulling on us in October. 2023, that is. All right. So today we are going to be tapping into spirituality and religious we could be, right? However, spiritually, it's something that we embody, something that we are. Religion is something that is taught to us, while spirituality is what we embody. And I'm going to say that again. So, with that being said, tapping into your spirituality, connecting to who you are, your essence, the fire within you, trusting that unknown feeling is what we're going to be tapping into today. And that's part of the spiritual cards that I created. You guys can tap into that. Get the cards. It's a printable cards. 28 printable cards that touch the topics of mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And it allows you to, again, you can utilize this to pretty much put it on your vision board, or you can carry it with you. You can use one set of cards for the entire month to get you there. So I'm going to share with you guys 3 different affirmations that I created. Rich Rising. And so I just said we was going to tap into the book again today. And I'm going to give you guys the first couple of, let me see. Let me count. Hold on. All right, so there's 20. So we're going to break this down 5 a day. 5 a day. 5 a day. All right. And so we're going to break it down. And so for the next 4 days, we're going to be utilizing these words to get us into the language of the 5th dimension. If you wasn't with us yesterday, go ahead and check it out. We discussed the words of power to replace common language. And I also put a picture in the community here on YouTube. All right. And so today, this one is learning the language of the 5th dimension. So this is the book, and I also put the book there with a link as well if you want to go ahead and purchase that book. Now, that is an affiliation link for Amazon, so know that I will get a little change out of that. So this is the book, Waking Up in 5D. And so should you guys be interested in me breaking down the dimensions, 1st dimension, 2nd dimension, 3rd dimension, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a separate video on that, because this is definitely a whole different topic. Nonetheless, when it comes to the language, we're utilizing that today. Rich Rising. Okay, so here in the table, it tells us what words to abandon and how to replace them. So it says, abandon these words from the 3rd dimension. Use these words to stay in the 5th dimension. So the first 5 words, it says, I have to, which sounds like you're being forced. I have to do this. I have to do that. Where you replacing that with the 5th dimension words, and it's I choose, I prefer, it pleases me too. You know how it sounds when you come up to somebody? It pleases me to assist you. Now, I have to assist my mother and my father. All right. This is why I like these words. We working together. We doing this together. The second one is I won't, I can't, and I should. 3rd dimensional words. 5th dimensional word, I choose, I discover, I like. The 3rd word, betrayed. I experienced loss. Now it's an opportunity to understand. Ooh. They betrayed me, stabbed me in the back. Now imagine you choosing these words that put you in a mature space of saying, I experienced loss. Now it's an opportunity to understand. Now, I would love to say, do your best to work through the betrayal to get to this fifth dimensional words. Don't leave behind the anger, the sadness, because that also needs to be taken care of. Don't get it twisted. All right. You're not going to act like things didn't happen. However, once we get to that space, we can then say to ourselves, we experience loss. You know, doesn't always have to be a death of a friendship. Right. So the word in the 3 dimension is right. Instead of saying, I'm right, you're right, they right, he right, it says, I champion your right to believe that as long as it pleases you, I claim my right to do the same. So, in other words, allow other people to be right in their perspective while you still stay in integrity in yours. And this one I do practice a lot because I do have a sibling that enjoys being correct all the time. So I do see myself at times getting into, these disputes until I be like, you know what? You're right. That's your perspective. And my perspective is dot, 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 dot. As long as you respect mine, I respect yours. I understand where you're coming from. It's your life. You've lived different experiences to be able to come to that conclusion. We have to honor people's conclusion after all. And then the last one, 2, 3, 4, 5, is right versus wrong. I see it as a choice. It's the third dimensional vocabulary. I see it as a choice. All right, so sit with this. It's rumbling up in your system. Like, what? So allow yourself to shift through this and recognize that I have to, I won't, I can't, I should, betrayed, being right, and right versus wrong. It's all based on that third dimensional viewing. Whereas we can go ahead and go into the fifth dimension and use these words. Now, this also goes great with when we're tackling trauma. All right. Okay. So come back tomorrow for 5 more. And so with that being said, we're going to tap into spirituality as I expressed. And one of the things that you can express to yourself when it comes to spirituality is, why do I feel so connected to my intuition? Many of us, intuition cannot be taught. We can guide you into experiencing what your intuition is sharing with you, but intuition cannot be taught. It is something that you was born with. It is something that is for you to develop with the practices that you do. So when you say, why do I feel so connected to my intuition, that is calling your intuition in or out. We leave that there. It's calling you to connect with your intuition. Why am I always protected? Why am I always protected? Many of us may feel that the masculine energy is not around at the current moment to protect us. Or from when we were young, we have not felt protected. This connects to our spirituality, because many of us be like, God, why me? Jesus Christ, why am I always, this time around, why am I always protected? You begin to start feeling that security and protection starts showing up. Why is it so easy for me? Why is it so easy for peace to enter into my life? I remember saying this so much that things quiet down really quick. So let's tap into our whys and see, when it comes to your spirituality, how you want to connect. Don't forget to write the date. And tomorrow's day 10. Don't forget to get your here I am trying to, your index cards. Get your index cards, write your Askformation and Affirmations down, okay? Okay, what we got? What we got? Let me drink some of this cafecito. How can I gain the confidence to understand the difference between messages from spirit and my anxious thoughts? So let's put it as, why is it so easy for me to distinguish the difference between, why is it so easy for me to understand the messages that are coming from my spiritual team? We got some similar things. I have, why does it feel so good to connect with my higher self every morning to start my day? Why is it so easy for me to develop my spiritual gifts through the guidance of my ancestors? And why do I trust God's source universe has my back in all that I do? Yes. Why is it so easy for me to receive all messages from spirit? Touche. Does anybody have any difficulties? Why does it feel so good to receive messages from spirit? Okay, so spirit, y'all, where the messages at? Y'all doing too much. Let me talk to y'all real quick. Y'all see, get it going. Make this shit easy too. Like 3 signs. Some songs. You push us a little. Don't knock us over. They got you. Some people say that I speak aggressively to my spirit guides. With the fucking shit that I've been doing this goddamn lifetime, we doing this. Why do I walk so confidently in my knowledge of my spirituality in any room I occupy? Oh, that gave me sass. That's right. Many of us are born into the families that have cultivated spirituality. And as we get older, we tend to either deviate, lose faith, or even experience people ridiculing us when it comes to our spiritual practices. So being able to walk into every room with that confidence that I know what I know because my intuition told me so is good. Come and sit down. How easy it is to accept my role as the chain breaker in my family. All right, y'all. Let's get it, right? All right. So let's go into the I am. This is the one that we go ahead and we anchor and we stabilize. And it's the one that we put into practice. Yeah? Okay. Using the 3 that you just created. And tap into some of those words that we just spoke about yesterday and today. Excuse me. choke. Ooh, I got stuck a little bit. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. I am spirit. I am Spirit's trusted spokesperson, and I will deliver messages with confidence and accuracy. I am a receptive for the messages from the higher source. Oof. Oh man, those are amazing. Like, just be catching my breath. All right. So I have. Why does it feel so good to connect with my higher self every morning to start my day? I am choosing to wake up every morning to call in my higher self through the form of meditation before getting out of bed. So, why is it so easy to connect? Because I'm doing that. Hey, why is it so easy for me to develop my spiritual gifts through the guidance of my ancestors? Each day, I am discovering how to connect with my ancestors through my active spiritual practices. Why do I trust God, Source, Universe has my back in all that I do? With every step that I take, I am trusting God, Source, Universe has my back. That one was a little bit, kind of difficult because I'm like, all I want to say is, why do I trust? But then to anchor it is like making sure that every step I take, I know that I don't have to look back and be like, do they got me? Because they do. I am spiritually strong of mind, body, and soul to uplift my ancestors and my lineage. I am aligned with my soul's purpose and guided by my higher power. Ooh, let me read to y'all. Ah, y'all on fire. Why do I invite miracles into my life? Why do I trust God, Source, Universe has my back? Oh, that's how much I be saying it that I actually wrote it. I did these cards in 2021. Yeah, I got my back, baby. Why does it feel so good to slow down and relax? Spiritually, one of the things that we have to do, excuse me, that sounds forced. We just talked about that we can choose to do is slow it down, slow it down. Why am I feeling stable as Mother Earth nurtures me? That's something else. Spirituality can be connected to nature. It can be connected to the planets. Everything is spiritual. Religion, something else. I'm so proud to be surrounded by such uplifting individuals. I know Spirit had a hand in placing me here. D, are you having? I'm gonna need you to get your children to get to this because, baby, what you spitting out here is fire. Like Evilise said, you are the receptor. And many of us who tap into our spirituality and expanded are highly, highly connected to words of wisdom because we're open and we're the receptors to that channel. I'll talk more about that. I'm gonna start story time. We getting there. We getting there. All right. So, how do y'all feel? Let me know in the comments. And thank you for those who post after we get off and you post it in the comments. It's beautiful because it allows other people to come on in and see how to utilize this video. So thank you. And thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. I could be here by myself, right? But I'm here with you guys, dedicating this time for you. All right. So, vamos a ver. Okay, so I just put, may your spiritual practices expand in a way that is easy and manageable. Because there's one thing about our spiritual practices, we may go overboard, or we may underutilize it, right? So bringing a balance to our spiritual practices is great, right? You want to make sure that you balance the 3D. So now, one last thing that I'm going to say is Earth is, until it moves into a specific frequency, which is where we're going, it's going to be in the space of duality. So do not beat yourself up, right? Do not beat yourself up. Experience that darkness of the duality of the 3D, but always remembering that you can shift. It only takes some words to shift into the 5th dimension. All right, we'll talk about that. All right, I love ya. Get to work.